Hello and welcome to Imperator Rome 1.5 Menander update. This is a re-upload, re-recording of a video I did yesterday because the audio on that file got really messed up and I don't really know why. So we're just going to kind of attempt it again. This is the first go of this patch I'm doing. It just came out the other day, yesterday, 2 days ago, depending on which time zone you're in. And I got my hands on it yesterday, and I attempted a recording, and it went very well. The campaign side of it went very well, but the technical side, some messed up audio, meant that I have to re-record this. But that's okay. We're going to play as one of the new featured changes of the 1.5 Menander update, which is this entity here. It used to be called Phrygia. It is now called the Antigonid Kingdom. I think that's a more historically accurate moniker for this, the kingdom of the Antigonid dynasty, which is what we're playing as, of course, with Patriarch Antigonus the One-Eyed, the One-Eyed. Got one eye, lost the other one in battle. In case you have never played or heard of Imperator Rome before, basically this is a historical strategy game. It's based on the time period between the death of Alexander the Great and the rise of the Roman Empire. So Rome exists, it's over here as a republic, and it's very small. In fact, it's smaller than its northern rival, Etruria. Historically, they had to tangle with them, as well as the Samnians. So, yeah, this is a very ancient period of history. And the Antigonid kingdom, along with the Macedonians, the Egyptians, and the Seleucids, and the Thracians, are ruled by a bunch of characters who are collectively known as the Diodaki, or the successors. Now, Alexander died without leaving an heir. Or he did have an heir, I guess, but nobody cared. Or people questioned his legitimacy. And so, his generals vied for control over the empire. And there was sort of a guy ruling out of Babylon who was supposed to be the regent, but he was killed in an assassination plot by this guy, Seleucus and Ptolemy. And this is just a very Game of Thrones-y type bloody period. Now, I want to play as the Phrygians, or not the Phrygians, the Antigonid Kingdom, because of the name change. And I think there are a whole bunch of other Diodaki-related events that maybe haven't been in the game yet. And I haven't picked this up in a while. I played a little bit of the 1.4 patch, not much, though, and I'm very excited for this 1.5. Now, before we jump in, the 1.5 patch is mostly focused on culture, which they did change a bit. The most notably and most relevant to us as the Antigonid Kingdom, there's a new Anatolian culture group. So the Armenians, a lot of people complained that previously they were part of the Persian culture group, and that didn't make a ton of sense. So now they're part of the Anatolian culture group, which is relevant to us as the Antigonids, since we control, well, only over here. But we will be, they are in our neighborhood. It does matter, especially over in this region, which we control. And that's pretty cool. I think this is new too, the Caucasian culture group. And then they changed the Persian culture group to Iranian, which is, again, a more historically accurate moniker, because Persian, as you can see, is just down in the area of Persis. I don't know where Persis is exactly. I mean, Persepolis is in that region. So Pers is just one area and one culture in a larger Iranian world, and that's why Iran today is the preferred moniker, if you've ever heard the confusion about Persian and Iranian. One more thing to point out about culture groups is they added the Illyrian culture group along the eastern coast of the Adriatic here, and down here in Tarentum is now Illyrian culture group, and one more, they added the Belgae as well. So that's pretty cool changes. Was this always like this? I'm not sure. And they split Egyptian, there are two culture groups here now, the Egyptian and the Nubian. or Upper and Lower Egypt, I suppose. I'm not sure where that cut off. I'm not sure where Upper Egypt becomes Nubia, or if they're interchangeable or what. But yeah, very exciting stuff. Now that I've gone over that a little bit, I think the religion is more or less the same. Okay, so now we've gone over that a little bit. Let's jump in. Iron Man mode. That's the only way we play on this channel. And we'll save over the original file. Here we go. The die is cast. Okay, so you get this pop-up anytime you are a Greek culture nation, I think. So this just sets the stage based on what I said in the intro. It's been 18 years since Alexander died, and the war, there have already been several wars of the Diodaki, and Antigonus has sort of come out on top. Now, to my knowledge, Antigonus the One-Eyed, of all individual people, came the closest to restoring Alexander's empire, which stretched all the way from the Macedonian homeland and the Balkans and the Greek peninsula here, all the way to Egypt, and then all the way through Mesopotamia, Iran, all the way to the Indus River over here. I mean, they even founded cities up here in the modern-day Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Central Asia. It's a distance. So, yeah, the Diodaki are all trying to put that back together, in theory. So that will be our ultimate goal. For now, we need to survive because the other Diodaki are definitely planning our demise. And I figured out in the last one that in order to sort of stem that tide a little bit, go ahead and ally with the Egyptians and the Thracians, and we're going to concentrate our firepower on the Macedonians. And let's get as many alliances as possible. I think it's likely that we are invaded by not only the... We're going to find ourselves at war with not only the Macedonians, but also the Salukins. We're going to have a two-front effort here, if history in this game is any indication. And I'm just going to collect as many alliances as I can. Because of this imminent two-front war. Now, we have an immediate threat of civil war, because we have a bunch of disloyal guys. Apparently Antigonus is not the most well-liked among his employees. So let's give free hands to you. That will solve your disloyalty for the time being. You too. What about you? You any good at anything? Okay, we'll put you in charge of the Navy, because I don't intend to have any naval battles. Here we go. Okay. Aluded. P-aluded. I can't put him in charge, huh? Okay, well, we can put someone from his family in charge, and then won't be scorned anymore. Maybe you? Good. Yeah, and that other guy's not disloyal either. Okay, so Antigonus, you are in charge over here. Get the drilling, and let's get a bottleneck, and let's get you a supply train, and... 10 archers. Okay, so that'll be a 15 stack. What we need to do is take Corinth, here. Otherwise, before our man Antigonus the One-Eyed, this 78-year-old badass boss man here, before he kicks the bucket, we have to take this city. If we don't, then we're going to get an event called Lapse in Authority, and the entire Antigonid kingdom, with its many vassals, is likely to collapse. Speaking of our vassals, let's take a look. Now, the blue ones are our newly minted allies, but this turquoise color, these are all our tributaries, feudatories, client states, vassals, whatever you want to call them. Purple means we're guaranteeing them, which we don't really need to be doing. All right, let's switch. We can 8 out of 4. Okay, well, we can lessen this a little bit by switching to neutral. Does that mean you'll take an alliance with us? It does. Okay, so we've got alliances going. We're going to take a hit to the amount of political influence we generate, but that's okay. Now, another thing we could do is call down an omen. This is from the 1.4 patch, where they updated the religion system in this game. And now you have a pantheon of deities, which don't necessarily need to be from your native religion. So we are Macedonian culture group and Hellenic religion. But this being pagan era, you can now sort of pick and choose which pantheons, which gods from which pantheons you worship. Now we have a Cybele deity of fertility here, which makes our Cybele subjects, citizens, whatever you want to call them, very happy. And now they have, this religion update is pretty cool, and I haven't done it much, so I'll be exploring that in addition to the 1.5 patch here. And we're going to call down this omen, Cybele. The passive bonus is a national population growth, so it's good, and the active effect is pop assimilation speed. Now, with the 1.5 Menander patch, I think that cultural assimilation is different, or they nerfed it. I think in previous iterations of this game, what you do is you conquer as much as you can, and then you assimilate the conquered peoples into your culture. Very quickly, relatively speaking, in the course of a century or two, you can take a completely foreign land and then assimilate it into your own. This is no longer the case, which was a desperately needed change. Historically, of course, that's not how it happened at all. So it's not like you moved in, conquered an area, and then overnight the people just adopted your culture. They had to reckon with the peoples that they conquered that didn't really want them around, and they did this by making concessions, cultural and religious concessions and the like. And this game now it reflects this. So let's take a look at this new culture tab. As the Antigonids, it's immediately relevant to us. You now have the option to integrate foreign cultures into your empire, and this increases their happiness, or rather decreases their unhappiness bonuses. So to start with, we have two integrated cultures, Aramaic and Cilician, and that's good because we got a lot of Aramaic pops, especially around our capital region. Our capital itself is Macedonian. You see these little blue areas are Macedonian culture group, but it's surrounded by Aramaic, so it's good to have them integrated, and Cilician also adjacent to the capital region. Yeah, so you'll notice that this is just for individual cultures. It's not for a culture group, so we do not have all of the Anatolian or Aramaic culture group individual cultures in the culture groups integrated. We only have these two. And I don't really know how to play it yet. I don't have any experience. So look at all of these foreign cultures we have in our territory. And there are all of these decisions. Again, I need to get some experience and figure out how to really use them well. But this is some cool stuff. Alright, so you now have the option to found a colony which moves your guys into a given place and will sort of assimilate the culture. For a loyalty hit, this is a stability hit to increase the freeman output. This is another stability hit to protect them, to protect them against culture. Yeah, so you get a bunch of there are a bunch of cost benefit things you can do for the rights that you afford to your minority populations. And this nuance is really cool. We'll see how it plays out, because there's a lot of really awesome possibilities with this. What are the decisions around here? Yeah, so if one culture group is really unhappy, then you can do something about it now. You can do something about it now. Ultimately, what you want still is to assimilate them, because that does produce the highest culture happiness outcome. But yeah, this is really cool. So we are going to explore all of these mechanics in this campaign, and I think No, there's one more thing we have to do before we get started, and that's trade. So they also changed trade a little bit. Oh, and of course, another big change in 1.5 Menander update. They added a population type, which is nobles. So nobles, there are now 5 different population types: nobles, citizens, freemen, tribesmen, and slaves. And the nobles do account for how many trade routes and how much research you have in your city. And they changed citizens a bit, who do manpower and research. Freemen are manpower and tax. Same with tribesmen, and slaves produce tax and trade goods. So you don't get taxes from nobles or citizens. You get taxes from freemen and tribesmen. But you get trade routes from nobles. As you can tell, these little spots are highlight the things affected by the pop type now, which is pretty cool. Definitely cool. So, we want to import stuff, and this is the change here. Now trade goods have different trade values, different prices associated with them, which is, again, a much needed and welcome change. So now, before, precious metals and gemstones, which are 0.5 gold each per route, used to be the same value as wood and fish, which is silly. So now we have, now the goods actually reflect their value a bit more. And what do they need? So we're losing loyalty here in Cyprus a little bit. Our one noble pop is very unhappy, so we're gonna try to cheer him up. And they have this sorted for us very nicely. So Papyrus will cheer up the nobles a little bit. Let's go in for citizens too. Precious metals. Not glass. Precious metals. Okay. And we're just going to rinse and repeat this. We need to get all these trade routes set up because we are actually losing money to start. Okay, we'll reduce the port maintenance, and we have to reduce this. We have a lot of tributaries, or subjects, and we need them loyal. So their loyalty is more important than their money right now. But that's why it's really important to get trade routes. So we're going to keep doing that, especially with an eye toward making our provinces happy and loyal. All of them we're coming across are losing loyalty for the time being. Nothing to worry about yet. What do you need? Okay, this is for citizens. Precious metals, please. Okay, this one is now becoming loyal. So there is something you can do to improve your loyalty. Yeah, Papyrus is great. It boosts your research and your noble happiness. So let's get as much of it as we can. That's the last one from a foreign source. We don't want to do domestic trading because, or domestic. We don't want to trade domestic traders because that takes the resource away from the local province. So if there's a foreign route, that is preferable. Okay, no more precious metals. We got one more. Okay, what do you want? Let's get some slave happiness, I guess. There you go, fine. Okay, so we got all of our trade routes set up now. Right? Yep. Okay, so I think we are good to go. We have secured our northern front for now against potential incursions because we're allied with everybody. And that means that 2 of you are going to go here. And 1, 2, 3. So we're going to add some firepower to you. 18, 19, 20. I want this to be a 20 stack. And you need to head on over to Greece, where we will be fighting very soon. Alright, let's turn the speed up and let's get into the campaign as the Antigonid Kingdom. And go! Okay, the Coronation of Antigonus. After Demetrius smashed the Egyptian fleet at Salamis, so historically, the Antigonid dynasty was started out with Antigonus and his son Demetrius. So Demetrius was Antigonus's most trusted military commander, although I think Demetrius lost his fair share of battles. But one of the important ones was the naval victory at the Battle of Salamis, off the coast of Cyprus. And apparently Demetrius has gotten a big head about it because he's been boasting about it and giving nicknames to his rivals, like derogatory titles like Seleucus, commander of the elephants, Ptolemaeus the admiral, although I don't really know what's wrong with being an admiral, Lysimachus the treasurer, blah 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 blah. So he's being a bit of a jerk, and we can tell him to shut up, and it will gain popularity and opinion and improve the morale of our navies. Or we can back up our son and lose opinion, but gain provincial loyalty and reduce our aggressive expansion impact and still gain the popularity. Which we're going to do. We got to take this one. Because we're going to be at war soon. Let's speed up. Okay, now we need trade for sure. We are losing money. We're going to be losing more money. We're going to be losing, I'm making a sizable investment to begin here because we need it. We're about to be having a two-front war, so we'll take the loss. All right, the Wars of the Diodaki. Now, this event gives all 5 of us, claims on the entirety of Alexander's empire. Now, the empire belongs to the strongest. Alexander the Great was said to have uttered these words as he died. There's some debate about that. I think the authenticity of the quote, but for purposes of a strategy game, it's pretty much perfect, and I am going to show these other fools that I am the strongest, and the empire is going to belong to me. So we sort of have a reputation as protector of the free Greek cities, and we're going to continue earning that reputation by beating up the Macedonians as soon as is feasible. Okay, you pop over here, because we're about to go to war. And you need a commander. Egypt. Okay. Alright, so, war in Greece. After the Heraclean effort that characterized the Siege of Rhodes, the Antigonid... Oh, Siege of Rhodes, right. So, I believe that the Antigonids tried and failed to siege Rhodes here. It's famous site of the Colossus, right? Is that not built? Do you have to build the Colossus? Not sure. I've never played as Rhodes. So, I'm pretty sure they failed to take Rhodes. Alright, but after that effort, the Antigonids turned their eyes west. The free city-states of Greece were marshaled into a disciplined league with the sole aim to pen in the ruthless Cassander and the remnants of his forces still present in Macedon. After a brief lull in the fighting, the Antigonid generals led by Demetrius now insist that the time is right to provoke an offensive from the Macedonian menace, irrespective of the brewing threat from Alexander's successors elsewhere. We could focus elsewhere, but then we'd give up all of our, stuff in the Greek peninsula. And by abandoning the free Greeks, we may face unrest at home in the future. Now, Cassandra's going to rule the day. And then we're going to fight him. Fight him any day now. There we go. We will end him. War over Greece. In his typical arrogant manner, Cassandros has chosen war over reason. Macedon is moving to go to war with us. That's right. So let's we're sieging him down. We're gonna call all our allies to war. This ought to stop the Egyptians from breaking their alliance with us. The Macedonians really don't have a chance. Nice. Okay. And I anticipate Seleucus will invade us shortly. Any day. Any day now. We may also lose the Cappadocian. There's a new thing with Cappadocia where I think, and we're gonna play Cappadocia soon. I've never played Cappadocia. Now they added this thing where they are a satrap of us. They have a Macedonian ruler, but I think that he's about to be assassinated by a native Cappadocian, and they're going to stop being our client at that point. So we'll have to watch out for that event. Aha! A royal wedding. A proposal from Everest. So, King Pyrrhus is quite famous for the whole Pyrrhic victory historical phenomenon, and he's offering his sister to our son. In a royal wedding, and we'll get 50 gold out of it, too. I mean, why not? So, the Iacid, Pyrrhus's family, is the Epirus imperial court is now our family. Good stuff. Now, and Epirus is a big part of this update, too. We're going to try out Epirus in due course as well. Okay, I like to see this. The Spartans are providing a nice punching bag. Let's see who all we're at war with. No, not that much. In the last game, there was a lot more we could turn into feudatories. It's a bit disappointing, actually. Didn't even realize we had a guy there. Oh well. Oh, you know what? We didn't start this mission. It's not a low priority for now. So, stabilize and grow Cilicia. So we're going to do some infrastructure. Okay, let's speed up while we're doing sieging. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, this is good. We want. This is our client, I think. So let's be friends. Okay, we're ready for a Salukin Invasion. I wager. Okay. We want to gain stability and loyalty. Yeah. Cool. Sidonian gratitude. Oh, sweet. Okay, so Sidon, alright. Stop being a Okay, start being a client state. I like that. I've always thought tributaries in this game suck because nice. Okay, well, as I'm saying that, I'm getting money from a tributary. Maybe they changed it. But tributaries, I mean, they don't help you militarily. They barely give you any money, and you can't integrate them. So I actually end up oftentimes just undoing, canceling the tributary relationship, just conquering them. So it's great that they now allow that relationship to sort of, upgrade to a client state one. Okay, so here we go. We'd have to give up. Yeah, we're not doing that. So we're going to go to war with the Salukins here. We get 20 stability out of it. Yeah, so he wants all of these lands. Osorian, Syria. Okay, all of that. So pretty much in the Levant, Mesopotamia, northern Syria area. We're not giving him that. We prefer to go to war. And we got a lot of allies. So we are, we're in good shape. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the Salukids, although maybe I should be. They have a bigger army than we do, and they have tributaries. Well, they don't have a bigger army. We have more cohorts, but they got stuff. Okay, they got stuff. We definitely need to keep an eye on them. Let's slow down. Watch out for their armies. Okay, so Pyrrhus is fleeing Everest because he's been deposed by Neoptolemus III. I think this is a historically true event as well. And he's come to our court. We will take him. And we're going to make him the Archigrammatus. Right now we are getting a 3% tax boost. Getting a 4.5% tax boost now, but that made this guy unhappy. Free hands for you. Yeah, we got a scorned family. The Period family is now scorned. Well, they can deal with that. Okay, we got the Mar, Siege of Mar before the Siege of Corinthos. That's okay. Let's go get this one. Oh, no, before. Let's sack this city. Okay, we got Corinthos. Now, what do we want to do here? Get 10 extra gold. What do we get if we don't? Yeah, we'll let the men run freely, get the 30 gold. Do I want to gain cruel? No, I mean, if I'm 78, 80, and I'm not cruel yet, well, I don't want to become cruel now. Let's go conquer this. What did he get? Diphtheria. Okay, I mean, he's not long for the world. It's always a race against the clock with Antigonus. Yeah, we don't have time. We don't have any room to mess around with this. We don't need legitimacy. Wait, are we at war with you? Oh, we are. Who else are we at war with? Yeah, that's it. And Cassandros gains gout. Good for him. Go siege this. I mean, I think this is going well so far. This is pretty much a repeat of the first time I uploaded this, this campaign. Just got to make sure Antigonus doesn't die. Yeah, money. We don't need the legitimacy. We need the money. Okay, so Sidon is helping out, which is the first time I've ever seen that. Okay, great. Sacking up Argos. Let the men roam freely, I guess. And we need to go liberate Sparta so that we can turn Argos into a feudatory. Okay, Mithridates runs to Paphlagonia. Don't know if that matters to us. Nice, okay. You want to be our feudatory, I think. Yes, you do. Thank you very much. Are we at all close to... No. But we got money in the bank. Okay, we'll be okay losing money for now. Okay, we got the siege of this one, Chalmamamana. And still no sign of Salukin armies. I'm sure they'll be here soon. Let's go get this. This is almost sieged down by Sidon, which would be huge. Come on. Nice. Sack of Herrick. What? Who would do such a thing? In Sicily? We will remember this. Syracuse? I thought you were good Hellenes. Antigonus. Means polymath. That's pretty cool. What does polymath do? I'll take it. Ah, Thrace got Pella. That sucks. I thought we were gonna get that. I'm definitely not gonna give that to them. I don't want to make Thrace bigger. I mean, we're gonna fight Thrace eventually. After we take this, then we can turn Argos into our feudatory. No? Why not? Are you occupying? What are you occupying? Okay, well, we will be able to. Let's go up here. Can't. Let's go on the boats. Looks like Sparta's getting beaten up a little bit by Knossos. Alright, we got an extra trade route in the capital. Let's get some wine. It lowers the army maintenance cost by 5% to have a, what's it called, a surplus of wine. So now we're getting closer to making some money. Oh, you've been standing up there for who knows how long. Get down here. Still no sign of the Salukids. No, I don't. No, we're not sending gold. Oops. Oh, I did not mean to decline that. Oh, well. Doing very well against the Macedonians. You. Yeah, it's very unfortunate that the Thracians got Pella. I wanted it for myself, if that wasn't clear. Okay. Smash this army, please. Ooh. We're gonna lose this? We're gonna lose this. Why? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was bad. Wow. Did not expect that to happen. We will definitely have to do better than that in the future. Alright, so our consort's helping out with our duties at home since we're off at war here. What are you doing? Where are the Seleucids? Do the Seleucids even have an army? Are they? Maybe they're at war with the. Maybe they're in the middle of a two-front war. Yeah, they're fighting the Mauryans. That is really good for us, because they are nowhere to be seen at this point. I mean, that's bound to change. Can we afford this? I don't know. We can go into debt, or we can lose. No, we're gonna go into debt. I mean, I don't really want to lose happiness. We already have loyalty problems. I'm going more debt. Alright, why don't you go up here and take that? That was an embarrassing showing Antigonus had last time out on the field. Yeah, these Seleucids are just nowhere. Having trouble with the Mauryans, I guess. Huh. So another Antipatrid gets sick. Too bad, huh? Maybe they can retake Pella. That would be really great. Then we could be able to take it. Who are you? Megara. Okay, you're my client. That's good. So I guess let's move you there. I don't know. We've got the numbers. Yeah, no, we're gonna lose that one. Lose 5 stability. Yeah, we can take that. Hopefully another event like that happens where we can start to take the hit. Alright, won that battle. Why is our morale so low? Because we're in debt, maybe? It's possible. Let's go get this. Can't. Let's do that port. Alright, well, let's get down here. This war is almost concluded. Last time we were able to take, more in the way of feudatories. Okay, let's go siege their capital, man. We are just ravaging the Mesopotamian part and northern, Syrian part of the Salukin Empire. Oh, hell yeah. That's exactly what we needed in terms of finances. Okay, let's siege this down because we can. Nice, we got a bunch of boats out of that. Very good. Okay, we are very close now to the end of this war. Just have to siege. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, so you didn't do that. Maybe one of our friends will siege down this. Yeah. Sucks about Pella. Really does. But everything else is going swimmingly. Hopefully Antigonus doesn't die before we can make a peace deal. All we need is this one last siege, and then we can call it quits for this war. Okay, we are making money now. That's fantastic. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we can let it go. 2 light infantry, whatever. 10 loyalty for Hieronymus O. Cardianos. Interesting name. We sacked the capital of the Salukin Empire. And we are just having our way down here. Yeah, I moved you here. Okay, another omen. Let's take the same one. There's an enemy. That's the first enemy we've seen this whole time. In our eastern frontier. Sidon has been extremely helpful. Their little 3-stack here. They became a client state instead of a tributary. It has been huge. There it is. Sacking of Opus. Yeah, let the men roam freely. Okay, that should do it. Finally. Okay, you become a feudatory. Thanks. And who else is involved in this? Okay, these are both subjects of Macedon. So, we got a super peace directly with you. We'll take this territory and we'll make this a client. Or the other way around. Okay, we'll take all that. To Egypt. No, we don't want that to Egypt. So Macedon can hang on to that. And this can become a feudatory. And we'll take this. And we'll take this. Take this. And Corinthos, of course. Take this. Alright, and we can't take any of the rest because it's controlled by Thrace, of course. Oh man, these peace deals are so weird. Okay, like that. Do we want this? I feel like this is the Alexandrian. No, we don't want that. Do we? I don't know, I tell ya. Can't take this. Belongs to Thrace. No, we can leave that for now. I don't like the, I don't like borders that aren't connected, you know. Oh god, okay, so, this, okay, super peace. This, and this. And Corinth. Can't forget Corinth. Alright, so, with that accomplished, Pyrrhus is moving to the court of Macedon. But we just defeated Macedon. Alright, see ya, Pyrrhus. It's nice knowing you. What do we want to do with you guys? Let's imprison them. No? Okay, fine. You're okay. You are okay. You suck. Alright. Need a governor here. You corrupt at all? You're not. And what do we want the capital of this province to be? Probably in a city. Oh, we need to be at peace to do that. Fine. Okay, we got a decision here. Secure Antigonid position. Get our provincial loyalty up, which we need, and state religion happiness up by 10%. We will not splinter. We got it before Antigonus died. And this is a new decision screen, which is also pretty cool. Nice. Okay, with the conquest of Corinthos, I think that we will call it there. We are still at war in the east with the Salukids, and there's one random... The Spartan King himself is all the way over here, which is interesting. We'll probably break some of these alliances. We'll do some housekeeping stuff in the next episode. We're way over our, you know, diplomacy limit, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.